Good morning all, I'm back. So someone reminded me of my galaxy picture. I've got all about it. I got too many experiments going on, it's too much. So that's what I'm going to do in this little video. It's going to be a short one, or maybe not, who knows. Because you know I have a tendency to talk too much, but who cares? So if you all got your coffee, I've got mine. Oops, where is it? Here it is. Let's have a nice little cup of coffee together. So, what I thought, you know, because the blue, I don't like the blue. It's way too flashy on a Galaxy. So, what I did, I mixed up some black with a lot of pouring medium. So it will sort of glaze over the blue. That's going to be cool. Then I mixed up 4 colors, or actually 5 if you include white. I mixed up some colors to make the planets. Just a little sip of the coffee. Okay, now I thought, you know, I want some very nice circular planets. So I got a piece of Yupo. This is the Yupo. And you've probably seen one of these somewhere in the shop. It's, they call it a circular cutter. And at first when I saw one of these I was thinking, what is it? But it's even made in the USA. So, this is a circle cutter. What you do is, here you have how big it's going to be. And you have to keep in mind that it's double. So if you do like, let's see, no, it'll this is inches. It made them a little smaller so you don't have to do them double. So if you want a 2-inch circle, you put the little arrow down by the 2 and you tighten it up. Then you place it on your paper and you turn this whole thing around. Here it has a very sharp blade and it'll just cut out your circles right for you. So this is a cute thing to have. It's not that very expensive. And I've used it for a couple of things now, so I think it's very handy. There's even inside there are some spare blades. So if you buy one of these, you know, you'll have, you can use it for a couple of years with all the spare blades that are in there. So that's a circle cutter, and that's what I use to make these little circles. So what I'd like to do is have one bigger planet up here and a smaller one down here, but I want it to be on top of this. So I want the planet to be in the foreground and the blue in the background. And the glazing will have to wait until the planets are dry, because I'm going to be pouring over this. So it's a bit tricky. So to put it in place, I have some tape, and to make it easy to release, I folded back the tape. That way I can just, you know, pick it up with gloves on, no problem whatsoever. So this is where we want our planets. I am thinking maybe that planet should be a little bit bigger, but I'll leave it. This is just, you know, for show, for display purposes only. You know, you guys do a really good job of taking everything I do and taking it to the next level, because on my Facebook group there are people that are doing such amazing things. It is unreal. I even have people that are featured in newspapers, that get contacted by restaurant owners. I have one member that has, I think, 20 or 30 pieces hanging in a restaurant. There's one member that has a commission piece for a winery, and it goes on and on and on. They are making beautiful things, you know, and that makes me so proud, because all I'm doing is showing you the possibilities of acrylic paint, and then you guys just take it to the next level, and the next, and the next, and the next. Every time I get on my Facebook group, I'm just in awe with the beautiful things they're making. It makes me really happy. It's so rewarding. Can't even explain. But I guess you know what I mean. You know, when you teach someone something or you show them something, not really teach, but then when they take it and run with it, it's so rewarding. It's beautiful. Okay, so we have this, I call it a template. We have it in place. And what I'd like to do is pour by hand, and I want to swipe it a little bit to create the 3D image illusion that the planet is round. And you know, the thing is, people, you have to sometimes just stop. When you do something like this, you can't just go ahead and do everything after one thing after another. You have to just, sometimes you take a little minute and you think, okay, when I'm going to be pouring that on there, how am I going to do this? How am I going to see that the cells pop up? Do I want cells? Do I want this? Do I want that? You know, kind of like that. Gotta get my torch. So what I have is azo orange, and there's only pouring medium and a few drops of silicone in here. Then this is azo yellow deep, same thing, a little bit of pouring medium, a little bit of silicone, and of course water to get it to the right consistency. That's in all colors. I have gold, dark gold, and it has the pouring medium, the silicone, and the water. Then I have the Van Dyke brown. This time I didn't warm it with any other color, so this is straight from the bottle, Van Dyke brown, and a little pouring medium, a little bit of silicone, and that's what's in the white also, a little bit of pouring medium, water, and a few drops of silicone. So we can just lay it on this canvas. So I'm going to pull it down a bit because I don't want my head in the way and I want to be up close. So I'm going to start with the lightest color because I'm thinking, you know, this is these are the poles. Why is there a big blob in my paint? I just don't like blobs. This was new. This was new. Okay. So I'm putting the yellow on top, the most light, because I think that's like, this will be like the North and the South Pole. So the South Pole, the North Pole. That's it. Then I am going to do some other colors because that's what's going to give it the depth. So I'm going to put that there. And already I should make sure that it's, you know, going down a bit like that. Because that's going to give the illusion of depth. And then the other little planet will give just the same colors, but maybe in a different order, so they do look different. Like that. Then in comes the dark, but we want a little bit of gold on the side. Otherwise we don't have that illusion of roundness. So there it is. And now we can do something with the swipe, or we can put on a little bit of white. Let's do that. A little bit of white on the ice caps of this planet. Don't know if it has ice caps, but you know. And maybe a little white to resemble some clouds or something like that, atmosphere. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Now I have to get a little rag. I think I will touch it up with a brush, because this is not really, oops, my head in front, sorry. Because what you want to do is have this go over like that, like that, like that. When I do stuff like this, I really like to get really up close. And then that way, little bit illusion of that it's being round. Okay, let's do some torching. Pretty. Oh, not too much. See how the Yupo pops up? Torched it too much. So I have to do this one quickly and take off the Yupo paper. But I'd like some more of this. The big glazing. That's pretty cool. So we're gonna give it some whites on the bottom. Some yellow. Brown. And yellow. Orange. Just like that. So the brush is clean. So I'm going to brush it, bring it down to the sides, just like that. That's it. This one is a little lighter, and I think that is okay. I do want the brown, whoops. I do want the brown, the webbing. I kind of like that. So I'm going to try to get that. I'll take a piece of Yupo and put a little film on there, just at the tip. See that? And then I'm going to bring it over, just like that. Very, very gently. And there you go. So it has now some sort of a, like craters on the moon, something like that. Normally I'd get in really close, because if you want some really control over the brush, you have to get in really close. Okay, so say that you're ready with your planets. See, this is why I put these little flaps on. So even with gloves, you can just pick it up. That's it. Did smudge a little, but that's okay. What you can do this right away. You can get a little cup of just clean water. And clean out your brush. And just give it a little cleanup, like that. And don't worry about it, because we're going to do the background. We're going to give it more effect. But what you want is that there's no bleeding. You don't. It's not about the color, but it's more about the raised paint that you don't want to see when you finish your painting. So this is okay. That's it. We'll just leave that one to dry. Oops, went straight through the planet. Well, it had a little impact by an asteroid, let's say that. These are just not the type of paintings I like doing, so that's okay. We'll get that really neat and round. But I just don't like this type of paintings. I don't know. I think it's weird. But because I promised, that's why I'm doing them. I think this little planet had a lot of impact. So, okay, I can paint the rest back in. So what we can do, and this is a good, you get back your Yupo, and you clean it off, because later on when this is dry you can place it back on, and if it's missing some pieces you can just paint in with a really small brush, and then you get a nice circular pattern back. So I'm just wiping it down with a cloth, with a moist cloth. And before I go any further with this, I'll just wait till it's dry, and I will wait until I have finished, you know, making them round again. I don't think you guys want to see me do that. Or maybe you do. But then leave it in the comments. Okay. So, pretty much cleaned off, and I can use it later on. So I'll let it dry. And make sure that it is dry. Now I'm going to show you a little bit of the glazing, because I think that's important. So if you ever, you know why I do this? Because this is a galaxy thing, but this, you know, you can use these techniques on something else too. That's no problem. So I'm getting the very, very diluted black with a lot of pouring medium. And just to test to see if there's enough pouring medium. Yeah, there is. And as you can see, it's already being muted by the glaze. And if you don't think it's enough, and this will dry matte, by the way. So if you don't think it's enough, you can just go over it again when it's dry. And I'm going to put it over the other color too, because I'm not too fond of those bright colors. There we go. That's it. A little bit on there, a little bit on there. Maybe the yellow is a little bit too. And this will just dry up, and you won't even see it, and it will just, you know, have toned down these colors. A little bit more here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to let them dry, and in the next video we will add the stars and the maybe even a ring around one of the planets. And we will add maybe a little something going on down here. But as for now, I'm going to put it away and let it dry. I will take you down and show you close up. Okay. Let's see. See how there are sort of craters on there? That's pretty cute. And up here also, big craters there. And it's a little bit, it has a little bit of, you know, the circular motion that it is a planet in both. So once this is totally dry, I put on the Yupo and make sure that the planets are perfectly circular, because that's very important in a galaxy painting. So we're going to do that. And everything that you see shining right now, that's going to be totally gone. So don't worry about that. I made sure I had very matte colored sort of varnish I put in there. Okay, okay people, time to clean up a little bit again and put this on YouTube so that you can drink coffee with me. Oh, there goes my iPad again. And time to bring my iPad to the shop. So thank you for watching. Bye bye. And it doesn't want to shut off again. Oh, I hate this thing. This is such a stupid thing. Okay. Bye bye.